Hi parents, I hope you're all well. So today I'm going to be talking about Dwight Upper School. Now, Dwight is a private school. It's independent. It's the first one I've spoken about on these videos about the virtual open evenings, but I think it is worth some consideration. I have been to see this school, so it's on two different campuses. There's a lower school and an upper school. For the secondary school purpose, I'm talking about the upper school today. I've been to see both. I've met with the heads, I've met with various members of staff and pupils, and I think it's a great option. Right, let's go through my notes. So Miss Cobbin is the head teacher, really, really lovely, very approachable, very personable, very warm. She greeted everybody in the beginning by name, which was a real reflection of what the school is like. And then a year 13 student came on, and she was going to be guiding us through the session. Quite different, but very typical of Dwight. The students take the lead, the teachers don't. The students take the lead. She was going to be running through the agenda and telling us what was going to happen. Then a year 9 student who wasn't able to be there, so one of the principals stepped in for him, showed a picture of this student playing an electric guitar, quite impressive. And this picture came from an actual assembly that had taken place. So the student had asked to take the assembly so that he could perform, and the permission was granted, because that's the type of school that Dwight is. If you give the children the option, they will take it with both hands. They have vertical tutor groups. So I've mentioned this with another school. So different age ranges are in the same tutor group. And this helps build friendships across the year groups. It's a school where the children from different age groups play together, which I thought was really, really special and sweet. Then the maths teacher came on. I actually think I met him also. He talked about personalised learning. How in his classroom, in one of his maths classes, he has 5 different lessons going on at the same time. Because it's personalised learning, he knows how each of those students learns best, and he has 5 different programmes, 5 different lesson plans for each of those students to get the best out of each of them. I thought that was remarkable. They do the IB at Dwight. Okay, it's not traditional GCSEs and A-levels as you know it. The IB, the International Baccalaureate, perhaps worth looking up, makes you a better student. It's very much independent driven, pupil led, what you're interested in led. So you follow your interests, and it incorporates 6 subjects. Instead of 3 where you have A-level subjects, you choose only 3 of them. This you have to have 6. So it has to be a broad curriculum base. You can't just choose the history or the sciences. There needs to be a bit more to it, is my understanding. The principal came on, he said something really nice. He said the children at this school want to transform the world. And he goes on, actually, I've got it in my notes for later, that the children are proud activists. So when there were marches about climate change and the current issue about Black Lives Matter, they were very much at the forefront, taking control, talking about these issues and expressing themselves and doing something about it. The head then comes back onto the virtual tour and addresses the question why Dwight is a special school. And she shows a photo on the screen of a 6th form age girl teaching a group of younger children choir. She's rehearsing with them for a choir performance. And she'd volunteered to do this. And her name was Arnie, and the story is that she then came back to Dwight after she'd gone off to university, and she spoke with the head, with Miss Cobbin, and she said that she felt so well prepared for university. She felt confident. Other students were coming to her for advice and help, which really says something about the skills that you acquire when you leave this school, and that it does prepare you for critical thinking and independent learning and research, writing essays with university referencing, citing. The critical skill she had already acquired, which is something that you do learn to acquire at university. She already had it, so she was thriving. And she came back and she told the head that, and I thought that was amazing. She'd also done a video. She was particularly artistic, very artistic, beautiful video. I hope that they keep it up on the website because it's amazing. A video about her journey at Dwight. And so the school played this and it was beautiful. Then the principal came on and spoke about how Dwight aims to equip students with tools for life. Well, we've just seen that in an example with this student, Arnie. It encourages debate, discussion, independence, a sense of community, and shows and develops their skills in innovation, which prepares them for the future. Doesn't it just, with all this that's going on? We have to think outside the box a little bit sometimes. They have I don't know, we know what to call it, something to do with business ideas called Spark Tank. I don't know what to call it, where they explore business ideas. So again, that's quite unique. I don't think I've heard that from any other schools at the moment. Students are proud activists, which is what I said before. They take action around climate change and Black Lives Matter. And the definition of success for them is that students can thrive anywhere. I thought that was really well phrased. They try new things. They're not afraid to step out of their comfort zone, and they grasp it with both hands. There's a lot of online learning going on at the moment, and that is very common at university at the moment too. It's really important to get their teeth into computer skills and being reactive to what's happening. We don't know when there's going to be another lockdown, but they're well prepared. They have Forest School for year 7, so it's a lot of outdoor learning where they spend 2 hours in a forest every 2 weeks. Amazing. I'd like to join. Can I come? They encourage the balance of life skills and traditional academic rigour, which I think is really important. It just shapes you into a young adult. Then, something that hasn't happened in any of the other tours, there was a parent video. The parents have got together and created a video of themselves talking about the school, and particularly talking about their lockdown experience and how their children were encouraged, supported with their home learning. They had lessons, they had assemblies, they had form time, and they had clubs. I don't know any other school that has managed to get all of those things in, but Dwight did. Hat off to you, Dwight. Then it went into Q&A. A year 13 student was asked, what's the difference between the IB and state school? And the student answered that the IB makes them more independent as learners. They learn how they want to. Everyone has a different learning style, but they tailor it to their own learning technique, and they're able to share ideas. In a state system, you have your own idea and you don't really share it, do you? Whereas here they're encouraged to, because you learn better through sharing your ideas and kind of brainstorming, thought shower, whatever the technical term is. Another question, how is the transition from another country? They do have a large proportion, 60% of the students that go to Dwight are international students and 40% are local. How amazing to have all of these relationships and form these ties with children from other countries all around the world. So when you do transition from another country, you're assigned a buddy and you're very well supported, was what this, I think he was a year 13 child said. How do you know you're making progress was another question. Well, they have a lot of reflection. They reflect on their weaknesses, on their exam results, and they talk about where they can improve. So there's always this continued dialogue, continued discussion about how they're doing, their academic performance. So it's not just a termly report or a termly parents' evening, it's every day, every opportunity that they have to better themselves, they're doing. Another question, do they have help with UCAS? The answer is yes, they do. They have a UCAS application teacher, so they will go to a special person at the school to talk about, discuss, work on their UCAS together, so they get a lot of support with that. A question about homework, 20-30 minutes per subject or per evening. I didn't quite know what that one was. Good pastoral care, where their independence grows, which is great. Positions of leadership, so they are encouraged to take on many responsibilities. There's positions for house captains, and they're encouraged to take on roles that are going to explore their leadership opportunities and skills. And another thing that was really nice about the school, they have a lot of parental involvement. So there was a group of parents were organising a walk just for the parents. And at the moment, obviously, we have to be in groups of 6. So they were adhering to that and organising it so they could grab coffee and go for a walk in a little group of 6. I thought that was lovely, very unique for a school. How do you get into this school? It's a private school. Normally you have to be tested and interviewed rigorously. It's not the way with Dwight. It's not the way with this school. It's not test based. So the school will talk to the potential student and the parents involved to see if they are a good fit. They will get a report from the school, an academic report, and all other admissions criteria is on the website. Now, I liked this, I highlighted this in my notes. Based on parent philosophy of what education is for, that is what the difference will be, whether your parent, you want your child to go to this school, will be your philosophy, what education is for. Is it about tests? Is it about embedding these life skills in our children? Only you can answer that question. Education is for life and not just for exams was the final note that I've written here. So I hope that was helpful for somebody. Dwight Upper School, give them a call and check them out on their website. Thanks for listening. Bye.